If you're in the mood for real food, it's Concord Food Co-op.
I'm always in the mood for real food. Welcome, it is Nazzy from the Pulse of New Hampshire. Welcome to the Concord Co-op Community Connections. Joining me, as always, from the Concord Food Co-op, it is Miss Kim Brandis. How are you today, Kim?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm a little disappointed that it hasn't been hot because I look forward to that in the summer. That's another whole podcast altogether.
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and introduce our guest today, Kim?
Sure. So today we have Shay Pickard. She's the co-founder of Booda Organics, and Booda Organics creates body care products handmade with lots of love, thoughtfulness, and integrity. And they choose only the highest quality organic, non-GMO, sustainable, and vegan ingredients for all their products.
Welcome,
Beautiful.
Shay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us on the show.
Of course. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you, Shay, for joining us. You're on the West Coast, so I know it's pretty early over there.
Oh, okay. Where are you? Are you in California?
Bellingham, Washington.
In Washington.
All the way north, like half an hour from Canada.
Well, you get snow. That means you get snow, correct?
Just a little bit in the mountains. Where we are located, we don't get much snow in the winter. It's pretty mild. Yeah.
That's my brother had property near there, and he had wild horses, and
wow.
he just let them run free because he had acres and acres and acres of land,
Wow.
and he got snow, which he was a little surprised in that area of the country.
Definitely.
Well, welcome. And all right, so
Thank
tell us a
you.
little bit about your products, a little bit about how you choose the products that you have.
Sure. So we have a pretty a simple line because we like to keep it essential and minimal here at Booda Organics. I have the products here in front of me so I can show you. This is our body butter. We also have a soap, a very simple soap here.
Oh.
Oops, sorry, it's hard to figure out the camera angles.
And anybody listening on the radio, she's holding up these products right now. They're really cool.
We have
it's like a little Buddha guy on the. It's a little Buddha guy on the cover. I like that.
Yeah. And a cream deodorant. We also have our original lip balm, which is just a very simple formula, as well as our Eco Balm, which is a newer version of our lip balms. They're in this biodegradable paper tube.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so
Smart.
with all the products, they contain 5 or less ingredients, and all of those ingredients are organic, they're vegan, they're non-GMO, as you said in the introduction there. And so we try to just keep it as simple as possible. You really don't need as much stuff in your products as you think you do, and because we realize that what goes on your skin goes into your body, so we've really tried to keep things to a minimum. It's ingredients you can read, like shea butter and olive oil and sweet almond oil and
Things that you can
oil.
pronounce. Things that you can pronounce, not like hydrogenated something that you can't even pronounce the chemical term for it.
Exactly. And that's sort of what sparked the inspiration, is like, if you can't read it, don't eat it. And so then we got the thought of like, oh, well, maybe you shouldn't also be putting it on your skin because you absorb it directly into your bloodstream.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I know, along with, you're very conscious about the ingredients in the products, but your packaging you are pretty earth friendly with as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. We've been moving more and more towards sustainability. When we first started, that wasn't as predominant of an issue. People weren't thinking that way as much. And over the years, we've brought in, like, our deodorant is plastic free. It's in a little glass jar with a metal lid. Obviously the new Eco Balms are in paper. Our original lip balm is in plastic because that's what we started out with 10 years ago when we started, and people kept asking for more flavors of that lip balm, and we didn't feel good about doing more plastic. So we invented this little paper push tube, and it works great. So we figured it's a great solution to that.
Sometimes
problem.
the simplest solution really is the best.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
And for everyone listening, you can find Booda Organics right here at the co-op too. We have their products in our health and wellness department.
Yeah, and I was actually out there visiting a friend earlier this summer and popped into your co-op, and it's adorable.
Thank
It's
you.
a great store. It really is.
It really
right in the heart of
is.
Concord. Yeah, no, it really is.
We're so honored to be in your stores. So thank you.
So Shay,
Thank
I have a
you.
question for you. And please excuse me if it's a silly question. What makes a product vegan? I mean, I know what makes food vegan,
Sure.
but what makes a product that you're going to use, like deodorant or lotion or chip or lip balm, what makes it vegan?
Yeah, great question. So it's essentially all the ingredients are plant-based. And a lot of moisturizers do have like lanolin or certain byproducts of animals in them, which can be beneficial, but we just choose to do plant only. Also, our lip balm contains candelilla wax, which is from a shrub in the Southwest that produces this waxy substance on the outside. And it's just a good alternative to beeswax. You know, the bees work pretty hard. So we thought we'd give them a break and produce something that just is made from plants instead.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
So what made you want to start this company? Were you making your own products and then it kind of turned into a business, or did you start with the intention of it being a business?
Yeah, it's kind of that classic story of like, at that time there weren't as many products that were oil-based. Like our body butter was our first thing that we did, and there weren't many moisturizers out there on the market that were that oil-based, you know, made with butters and oils. I remember specifically going to the grocery store, to the local health food store where I was living at the time, and looking on the shelves and reading all the labels and being like, what is all of this stuff? I can't read it. Like,
Yeah,
and
it's
just
true.
literally filled that need. And yeah, Booda was born from that.
And
we started sharing it with friends and family, and just naturally kept blossoming.
And now, how did it get the name Booda Organics? How did you come up with that?
Another great question.
Yeah, that is a good question. Well, I have been practicing Buddhism myself for many years, and my husband and his sister, who both helped start this, are Pacific Islander as well. And so there's a lot of Eastern influence in our lives. And also, he's just a symbol for the purity and the simplicity of the products. You know, we just believe that everyone has that Buddha nature within them, and these products can help bring that out by simplifying their lives and making things a little more easy and essential.
What a great idea. What a great concept. It really is. I like that.
Thank you. And we're just trying to spread love. That's our motto, spread the love.
Love and peace.
So,
Love and healthy skin. And great smelling armpits. I mean, that's that's what we're trying to do. I have one quick question before we run out of time. How do you choose, going back to the vegan and how it's plant-based, how do you choose what plant you're going to use for what product? So for example, if you're making the body butter, how do you pick one plant over another?
Lots of research and lots of testing. You know, different butters, different oils behave differently. Your skin absorbs some more slowly, some more quickly. They have different emollient properties. And so we've really formulated them each to be specific to the need.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. My wife said she'd like to sign up for the testing. So if you're going to use,
I'd be happy to send her some samples to try.
Oh, she loves that stuff. Man, it like the shower lasts for about 5-10 minutes. It's the lotion afterwards. It's all the other stuff.
Takes a long time.
That out.
It's a process.
That's what you women are doing in the bathroom. The shower is quick. It's after. That's where it all comes up. Go ahead, Kim. I know you had one more question.
Yeah. So final question for you.
Sure.
Out of all your products, which one is your favorite one that you use most often?
That's a tough question.
So hard.
That's a tough one.
This is like asking me to choose between my children.
I
can't do that.
They're all good.
Forever, the butter will hold a very special place in my heart. You know, that's what got us started.
Yeah.
I use them all every day myself, so
it's hard to choose.
This cocoa eco balm though, this formula is so creamy, and you feel like you want to eat it. It's so yummy and delicious. It's amazing. So
here's what I recommend. Go into the Concord Food Co-op, get all of the Booda Organics products, and then you can pick for yourself which is your best one, and then you can send Shay an email.
There you go. That's a great idea.
That's what I recommend. I think that's called marketing right there, Shay. Shay, before we let you go, please give out your website where we can find out more about your products and how we can get in touch with your company.
Absolutely. So we're just www.boodaorganics.com, and that's spelled BOODA. BoodaOrganics.com. And you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Booda Organics.
Nice.
Excellent.
Thank you, Shay.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for joining us, Shay.
having us. We really appreciate it. We appreciate all your support.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So, Kim, do we have our next guest?
We do. We have Kelly from Herbal Energetics.
How you doing, guys?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
So Kelly is from Herbal Energetics, a New Hampshire-based herbal remedies company that connects people and plants by creating healing tinctures, teas, supplements, flower essences, and more. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, Kelly, tell us a little bit about what your products do. And of course, they're available at the Concord Food Co-op, which is why you're joining us. Tell us a little bit about some of your products and how they can help us to have a better, healthier life.
We have a wide variety of products that can help from anything with anxiety, stress, liver detoxing, kidney detoxing, from powders to teas to tinctures, flower essences. There's a wide variety. Carolyn, the owner that created all of this product, started in the 90s, and I took over in 2020 when she passed on. So she created something for pretty much anyone's needs, really. So
awesome. Now, for those who may not be familiar, can you sort of go over what a tincture is versus a flower essence versus a tea or supplement?
Good question. Very good question.
I have a tincture in front of me. This is my go-to right now, the Love My Liver, if you guys can see that.
Yeah.
So this here is full of herbs from milk thistle, grapefruit, ginger root powder, marshmallow root, all of those combined. And then she also threw in flower essences as well to kind of help on an emotional level with things going on in your body as well. So flower essences really hit on emotional levels where we might not notice those things happening, where the tincture itself will definitely be helping me flush my liver.
Okay.
So you can take, oh, go ahead, Nazzy.
I was going to say, and you haven't changed the formula. It's the same formula.
I don't think I'll change her formulas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's working. Why should you?
It's been. She started these in the 90s, I believe. So if it's working, why fix it, right? Why try something new? So you can take flower essences separately as well. So like if there's one in here that really strikes with you, like crab apples in here, the flower essence, you can take the crab apple separately to help on certain emotions or something happening. But she kind of put them in there to work on both things at once. So,
very cool.
Yeah,
so how did you first get into herbalism?
I took her products years ago when I was trying to get off of medication and try something natural because I knew I wanted children and I didn't want to be on certain medication. So I knew of her and took her products years ago. Then I left the retail world and she called me at the end of the summer and said, hey, I need help here. And I said, perfect, because I have 2 little kids and they're only in school for like 3 days a week at the time. So I started working with her part-time and then quickly grew into full-time. And she approached me about a year before she passed and asked if I would take over running it from my home. And without a doubt, I was like, absolutely, because our whole family is into this now and it's an everyday thing in our world, right? So it just felt natural to take over for her. So, and I was honored to do so.
That's really cool. That's really cool. That's a great story.
Yeah, she was an amazing herbalist, so smart. I mean, even till the end of her life, anyone would call and she had an answer for you. So I just couldn't believe the things how knowledgeable she was. You know, I could have sat there and talked to her every day and not even work, but obviously that's not going to happen, right? So it was nice.
Yeah. So another question, how do you know how much of what to put into the different products and how do you know what they do? It seems so complicated.
It still is for me. Like I learned so much from her, but then I also took an herbalism class with Sarah Woods. I'm sure you guys have met her.
She's been on the show multiple times.
Yeah.
She is the best.
She's my go-to person now when I have questions, but she taught us a lot of that in her herbalism class. But I also have cheat sheets up here now. Like if I'm getting a new herb, okay, I need to figure out how much herb to tincture with how much alcohol and how much water. So it really depends on the plant's properties and where to go from there and how much to dose it out. And so it's kind of confusing to sit here and tell you guys, but let's just say I have a cheat sheet upstairs that I use.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's like the notes that you take into the test with you. It's okay. You can use them. Now, Kelly, something that we asked our last guest a moment ago, Shay, we're going to ask you the same question. You've got so many wonderful products from Herbal Energetics. Which one is your go-to? Which one is your favorite? I don't know if you heard Shay's answer when we asked her that. She couldn't pick. What about you?
It is very hard to pick. It depends on the day or the week or the time of year. Like right now is my Love My Liver tincture, because our liver is just such a huge part of our body. It holds everything. And to keep that flushed out, it kind of keeps your whole body overall healthy. So right now it's that, but in the wintertime, I have to say it's the Rising Spirits, because who doesn't get it into a little funk in the winter if you're cooped up for so long, or even this summer with all the rain. Yeah. So I might just take a little bit of that, and it gives me a little pep to my step, especially with the kids hanging around. So I don't want to be down and out.
And for those interested, you can find all of Kelly's products from Herbal Energetics in our health and wellness department as well. We have a large selection of those.
Yes. Yep. They keep me busy.
That's really cool. I mean, and are you worldwide, or how far do your products go? Obviously, they're here in Concord.
Yeah, so they're at the Concord Co-op, obviously. They're right down the street at Granite State. There's some stores in Massachusetts, Vermont, Maine, Texas, Colorado.
Oh, wow.
I have people from Florida that are starting to be interested, so hopefully go a little bit further.
Now, is it just you, or do you have like a team of people helping you?
Well, it was funny.
That's what the kids are doing. The kids are mixing it right now in the other room if we were to go in.
Yeah. I said, stay outside. You guys need to give me 10 minutes. So, no, I have 2 helpers over the summer that have been a huge help, because I do have young kids and I want to stay connected with them throughout the summer and keep them home. And I have my mom doing my books, and my wife does the online shop. Yeah, it's a whole family thing. So.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I have 2 great friends that I can call and say, I'm in a pinch. Can you come over? And they'll help out. So looking forward to the future a little bit. I do want someone here part-time that can kind of take over a little bit more, so I can kind of be out and about in the community a little bit more.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what's the next step? And the next step, obviously, is to get more help, so you can get on the road and you can start visiting other places and get your products out there. That's the next step in the evolution.
Especially with stores opening again, you know, with the mess that we were in last year, I really want to get out and do face-to-face and to different co-ops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Kim, I think we have time for one more question.
Let's see. I think I might have asked all my questions I can think of.
She got you. Well, I have one more question.
Sure.
So somebody who's maybe got sensitivity, allergies, and you know, can't take a lot of over-the-counter stuff. Do you have products that are sensitive to that? So let's say, for example, I am allergic to certain flowers, or I am allergic to certain things. Do you have products that are sensitive to that?
Not really, no. If I knew what flowers say you were allergic to or you couldn't take, I could specialize a tincture for you without those ingredients in it, though. So I do have a customer that does not do well with honey. So when I'm making, say, don't panic, it's for anxiety, I will make it and keep out a couple 4-ounce bottles without the honey, and then put the honey in the rest and bottle that up like normal. So, because I do have people that do. Yeah.
That's brilliant. That really is.
I do that quite a bit. If someone calls and they say, you know, I just want these 3 ingredients, can you throw it into a 4-ounce bottle? Absolutely. Like, we can do anything like that. So.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool.
All
right, Kelly, really quick, give out your website and how we can get in touch with you. Obviously, we can find your products at the co-op, but how do we find out more about you and the company?
You can go to www.enjoynow.com, and enjoy is with an I.
There it is. All right, Kim, last 30 seconds belong to you and the co-op. Tell us what's happening.
So we were excited to find out that the co-op placed in 4 different categories in this year's Cappy Awards. So we placed in vegetarian fare, natural supplements, CBD store, and grocery store. So thank you to everyone that voted for us. And then also a quick update on the Coalition's barbecue.
Yes.
Yeah, 550 people showed up, and they raised a total of $45,000.
Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. And give out your website, Kim.
www.concordfoodcoop.coop.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And we will talk to you next time on the Concord Co-op Community Connections on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
If you're in the mood for real food, it's Concord Food Co-op.